So today's episode is going to be about our centrifugal clutches in these non-hydraulic mills, right? So I have an HM130 Max, and it has a centrifugal clutch in it. And I've watched some people on YouTube hear them running it, and when they idle out, they're clicking. They're click, 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 click. I can hear them clicking on their clutch clicking, right? So we're going to go through adjusting the idle to make sure that that clutch is not partially engaging and wearing your clutch out prematurely. Then after showing the clutch and how to adjust it, we'll finish up these couple of logs we have left here. We have a white pine that have partially milled, and we have 2 more white pines and 2 ash logs to mill up, so we'll get that done today as well. Okay, so with the centrifugal clutch, this is the centrifugal clutch that is on my HM130 Max. What that does is you have your engine here. There is a shaft, there's a shaft coming off of that motor that is always turning, right? And inside of this clutch there's little weighted fingers, and those weighted fingers, once they get to a certain speed, they open up and they engage the other side of the clutch, which actually runs this pulley and starts the blade moving, right? So what you want to do is when you're in idle, you want to make sure that those fingers aren't expanding out and hitting the other side of that clutch, so they're not tinking it. So there's an adjustment on the other side of this that I'll show you that you can adjust so that this isn't going so slow it stalls out, but the idle's not going fast enough that that clutch isn't partially engaging. Okay, we're going to start up our engine. First we're going to give it a little choke, and then with these HM130 Maxes, they come with a 14 horsepower Kohler engine with electric start. You know, you got to put your own battery in, but electric start is nice. So then you got to turn her over. Usually immediately I almost have to take it, if it's a warm day, I've got to take it to half choke right away. Leave it on half choke. If it's below 32 degrees, below freezing, I definitely have to leave it longer. But if it's warm, I can pretty much take the choke right off and she's running. So you can hear it's running, and I don't hear any clink, 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 clink. Right? If you're hearing that clink, 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 clink when you're just starting up, and you can see that the center of this is spinning. Right? So there's your shaft spinning. And those fingers, it's not spinning fast enough to make those weighted fingers expand out to catch on to the outer part of this centrifugal clutch, which makes that turn. So when I rev up my RPMs on my engine, those fingers will expand and catch the rest of this clutch and get the rest of it turning, right? It's actually this way it turns, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where the adjustment is for the idle on this machine, right? So over on this side, you can see if that'll focus in, there's a little screw right here. That is your idle adjustment. So if I take that and I turn clockwise, I'm bringing up my idle speed. Hear the idle coming on more and more. You can hear the tink every once in a while right now. You can hear a tink tink. Those arms are actually expanding out and they're actually hitting the other side of that centrifugal clutch. What that will do is that'll wear out those arms and that other side of the clutch prematurely. So you want to make sure you back this off counterclockwise to the point where you're not hearing that clinking. And I even go a little bit lower. I let it idle a little bit lower, but you don't want the engine to shut off. You don't want to go so far that the engine will shut off. And you'll find different temperatures. You may have to adjust that a little bit farther. If you have it right on the hairy edge of something, like it's either going to shut off or it's going to start catching those you know, we're all just homeowner use kind of people, and we can share ideas, share you know, different ways of doing things, and we can share this on YouTube. That's a great thing to be able to share and gain knowledge from each other. Alright, let's get to milling up some of these logs. here we go, friends. So just showing you what I'm doing here. This was pretty much the top of the tree. There was one log above it, which I made into a 4x4. This one I'm going to try to get one 2x4 and one 4x4 out of it. What I did is I shaved it down to 4 inches thick. Of course, my slice offs of the 1-inch pieces are over there in my 1-inch piece pile that I've got to clean up later. And then I saw what I could get here. So I've got 6 inches there that I can get good material off of. So I'm gonna hit right there 8 on my mill, and I checked the 8 across there, and we'll shave this off at 8, and we'll flop it and shave it off at 6, and then we'll make a 2x4, and we'll have a 4x4 left, or we can make another 2 2x4s. 8 foot 11 inches. Okay folks, we finished everything up. We finished up those 5 logs, and there must have been a good dozen 1-bys here. Those take a while to do sometimes, those 1-bys, because you can only put a few on at a time to get what you want. Matching them up is sometimes tough. But today we got, what did we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's say about between 15 and 20 1x6s. We got just a couple of 1x4s, and we got 2, 4, 6, 8 2x4s out of That wood. Oh, that's right. We forgot. We've got a 6x6 out of ash, and then that 4x4 out of ash as well. So that's what we got out of those 5 logs today. They were all pretty much smaller logs, so wasn't too bad. I do have a bunch of leftover stuff here that I'm going to try to do some stuff with. Either make some kindling or make some stickers out of it. Yeah, I need to do some cleanup, don't I? Next thing is let's cut that all up and go stack it somewhere. I definitely need to stack some of this stuff in a different spot, make a bunk, and start stacking stuff. Alright folks, I appreciate you watching, and I hope to be back with some more episodes that will show different things. Today we went over that centrifugal clutch there. That is an important one. Getting that idle adjusted properly so that you're not wearing your clutch out. So that's a big one, guys. Make sure you do that on any of these non-hydraulic mills, right? Your lower cost mills, or your home use mills, is whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we've got lots of rain again today. You can see it's still coming down. It's been raining for 2 days now. Alright, we'll catch you on the next episode. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and definitely give me some comments. I love comments. Alright, you all have a good day. Bye.